Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to A1 Combat 33. Legends Collide. Streaming live on UFC Fight Pass from Sacramento, California. We kick our prelims now with three 3-minute rounds in the amateur flyweight division, brought to you by Roll-Ups Gym Management Systems and West Coast Trees. And now we introduce to you first the Cam Dispensary blue corner at 5'7", weighing in at 124 3/4 pounds. His amateur record: 2 wins, 1 loss. Both victories coming by first round finish. Fighting out of Reno Academy of Combat from Reno, Nevada, please welcome Isaac Garcia. And now he introduces his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the preferred red corner, standing 5'4", 125 1/4 pounds, carrying an amateur record of 6 wins against just 1 loss. 5 of his 6 wins coming by submission, 4 in the first round. Sharpening his skills at Oakdale MMA from Stockton, California, Thaddeus Stern. Your referee, David Shirley.
The great David Shirley will have a busy evening for A1 Combat 33. On the prelims, 2 amateur fights. Our next fight, we're jumping right into title action. And then 3 professional fights, all leading us up to 6 fights on the main card. Thaddeus Stern in the black.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
Stern immediately out controlling the center. 3 3-minute rounds for this first amateur fight. As we mentioned, every time we have the amateurs on the fight, both of these guys are experienced to be the full 3 rounds.
Garcia has definitely proven to be a powerful striker over the course of his 3 amateur fights. And 3-minute rounds here because both fighters do have at least 3 amateur fights in their career thus far. Whoa.
It didn't look like an amateur punch by any means.
You can see Garcia now.
Beautiful job from Garcia there, controlling, using that head positioning. Got in on the body lock, but looking to separate. Very impressed with how Garcia's changed the direction of this fight. You know, Stern came out, held the center, was pushing him back, a little bit of range finding, and immediately Garcia on the front foot, pushing Stern back now.
Definite length advantage, reach advantage for Stern.
You talk about that reach. It's one thing to have it, Corey, I think you can speak to this. It's another thing to use it all together, and I think that's something that amateurs can really, you know, sort of find out about themselves if they do have a reach advantage. It's important to get that going early.
Yeah, definitely. Massive strength having that reach advantage, but like you mentioned, not everyone is able to use it. And we always talk a lot about how fortunate these amateurs are to have this experience here in the same cage as the professionals. As you mentioned, this is their time to figure it out.
Trying to test each other's chin as well.
Oh my! Leg kick finds a home. Nice combination there.
Blows from both sides here as we enter the second half of the first round.
Keep your hands going. Yes. Keep those going.
Corey, when do you think it is the right time for an amateur to go, okay, I did that, now it's time to go for it? Is there one thing you look for?
I think it's hard to set a specific thing, right? It's very much up to the coaches and what they've seen from the fighting athletes. Some people have, you know, we've seen people who've had 3 or 4 fights, be ready to step over, and then we've seen people that have had double digits in the fights. It's not a cookie cutter approach to anybody by any means.
Isaac Garcia continues to throw heavy hands here.
Oh, wow.
Right hand from Stern.
That was a chin check and a half.
You know, for Stern having a strong ground game, he is perfectly content keeping this fight vertical. Oh, that may have been a bad decision as Isaac Garcia lands a right hand and pounces right in. 20 seconds left. Can Stern find a way to survive here in the first round?
Stern doing a great job of tying up Garcia. This will allow him a little bit of time to recover. We have 10 seconds left in the round. You got to see that he's going to be able to kind of stall it out here and look at the second round.
Very wise here by Stern, just to hang on tight. Wait for that bell. But Isaac Garcia with an impressive flurry to close out the first.
That was bananas. What a first round of a card that is stacked, living up to the spotlight, these athletes. This is what I love about amateur mixed martial arts. These guys are getting to put on a show with Uriah Faber at the end of it. And taking a look at the action here, we got a show indeed.
And Garcia told us this morning, he said, look, I've been working with state champion wrestlers. My takedown defense is ready. But, you know, Corey, in that first round, he didn't really have to use it.
Yeah, both of the guys obliging in a fist fight right here. And each had success of their own, you know, landing heavy blows. What a phenomenal performance, you know, way beyond their experience, as we mentioned, to open up this card.
And getting back to the question of when is the right time to go pro, I think it's when you can be comfortable getting the extra 2 minutes added to a round. And, you know, would have been interesting if there's another 2 minutes left in that round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Stern did a great job of tying up Garcia, allowing himself to get a little bit of recovery. And I think that, you know, Garcia maybe would have benefited from looking to stay at his distance. We've mentioned the range that he has. He didn't really need to engage in that tie-up position. But you got to wonder if Stern's had the time to recover in between those rounds. It's only a minute.
And to your point, this is actually Garcia's first time fighting in 3-minute rounds, and he looked fantastic in the first.
Still looking fresh as he comes out here in the second, immediately in the face of Stern.
Great counter there by Garcia to start, and a right hand.
Wow. Garcia doing a great job at being composed here. He's bringing the fury, but he's also feinting, getting a lot of movement, not becoming, you know, too in love with throwing just heavy power.
Utilizing body kicks as well. And Corey, you have to imagine, if you're the corner of Stern, you probably would give the advice of take him to the ground. You know, 5 submission victories out of his 6 wins so far.
Yeah, definitely. You can see that, you know, Stern's having a lot of success with those leg kicks, especially the inside leg kicks off balancing Garcia. But Garcia's just landing those combinations, which is going to add up with the score criteria, you know, significant strikes. But there we have Garcia engaging again on that body lock. But yes, I think Stern should potentially be looking to take down the ground, especially given that that's his wheelhouse.
Now Garcia in the phone booth. Nice uppercut. And then a shot to the body.
Really smart with that uppercut. He found it. He didn't go out of his way. It was very natural for him here. He's really in control.
Garcia doing a great job of maintaining the distance, really dictating the pace here.
Yeah, really seems to have found his range. You know, we mentioned utilizing that length that he has, and I dare say he has right here, landing those jabs. A little bit of stance switching now, and you can see the confidence rising as he pushes Stern back. Oh, heavy!
My goodness!
That is all Isaac Garcia needed, and that'll do it!
My, how
Thaddeus
things
Stern.
can change.
Isaac Garcia was in control until he wasn't when Thaddeus Stern pounced in. And he moves on to 7-1 with his first knockout of his amateur career. My goodness, TJ.
So much for us saying, you know what, he might want to take this to the floor. Well, he did bring it to the floor, but it was with a powerful punch and a highlight reel finish.
Highlight reel indeed. We definitely need to check out the replay. That was lightning quick. As we saw in the previous fights of Thaddeus Stern, how quick he was. But did he have this in him? Yes, he did. Look at the right hand and then follows up with a left. And David Shirley had no choice but to stop this fight. Corey, for a guy that came in with 5 submission victories, a powerful ground game, he was really out to prove a point tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, adding that knockout to his resume, just to piggyback of what TJ was saying, you got to argue that he's perhaps ready to transition to those pro ranks, you know? What a way to stay composed under fire. As we mentioned, Garcia was giving him a hard time on the feet, but he stayed calm, he stuck to his game, and he proved why he didn't need to get that takedown here tonight.
You never really want to credit a fighter's chin. It is a backhanded compliment. But one thing you want to do, as an amateur especially, is be tested. The first place to feel adversity at a pro level would be the worst place to feel it. He knows what he can do, and you know, he got tested tonight, and if that's the last of his amateur effort that we see, well deserved to go pro, because that was a performance to be proud of. You know, for Garcia, there's a lot to be really proud of as well, but definitely don't want to show the last little bit of that fight. Show everything leading up to it, because I mean, he was in control and it was taken away from him.
And, you know, Corey Garcia was maintaining the distance. He had more significant strikes throughout this fight. And, you know, he came close to finishing it in the first round, but all it takes is one powerful right hand. And Stern followed up, and that was the end of the fight.
And you mentioned one powerful right hand from Stern. I don't think Garcia necessarily did anything bad. He just got caught.
Yeah. And that's really a testament to Oakdale MMA and Stern coming in with a game plan, and they stuck to it, even though they struggled in the first round. And let's go to Garrett Furtick.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee David Shirley. Calls a stop to this fight. Official time, 1 minute, 30 seconds of the second round. Declaring your winner by TKO, Thaddeus Stern.
What a moment for Thaddeus Stern, and right now, Olga Noga is going to get a word with the victor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner. Tell us, how are you feeling right now?
I feel great. I feel great. I'm fine. I just need some water.
Well, that was a clean shot. Was that the plan tonight?
Striking was the plan. I wasn't going to do much grappling. I knew he was a striker, so I knew that's where I was going to stay. That wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. Yeah.
The crowd is cheering for you. This is a great moment. What's next for you?
Back to the gym, back to training, grinding until my next fight. Same thing.
Congratulations, sir. Enjoy.
Well, Thaddeus Stern incredibly composed now, moving to 7-1, 6 of those being finishes and scoring his first knockout, and that's confidence right there.